Hi, all you SPMEs out there. Today's question has 3 answers, and you're going to want to stick around because the third answer is a secret that I'm asked often about. What about getting your books into other countries, even though you've logged into the United States or one of the other specific Amazon KDP areas? So let's get into it. The question that was sent in to me today was where to find Amazon Kindle self-publishing login. And this is a very common question. When you're first getting started and you haven't bookmarked the location, you're wondering a little bit upon which site on Amazon should I go to. Maybe you have an Amazon account already, but you can't seem to find the area where you can publish your books. By the end of this video, you're going to know exactly where to set up your account and to log in. You're going to have the information you need to get started right away, and you're going to feel amazing after setting up your account and getting started on your self-publishing journey. This is Chris Baird from selfpublishingmadeeasynow.com. Click the subscribe button if you'd like for me to make more videos like this one, and check out below in the description, and you can grab a copy of my absolutely free self-publishing checklist to make sure you are not skipping one of the 7 main key steps with self-publishing. So, where to find Amazon Kindle self-publishing login? Well, let me start a little bit with a story of my own here, called Crossing the Line. Well, we have to rewind back to 1994. And at that point, I had a goal, just like you maybe have a goal regarding self-publishing. I had a goal. I wanted to become an officer in the United States Air Force. But how exactly was I going to do that? And the answer was I was going to go through the Air Force Academy. And that was one of my goals. But in order to go through the Air Force Academy, you first have to enter the Air Force Academy. And that meant I came out into Colorado a week early before my entrance into the academy. And I was with a friend, and we had tried to prepare. We had some of the things we would memorize at the academy, and so we thought maybe we could start with that. There was a number of whole series of things and words and phrases and things that you would need at the academy, and maybe by memorizing them, that would prepare us for the changes we were about to experience. So a week of that, of practicing and exercising and getting physically fit in order for the entrance, we then got to the very day and we come into the parking area where the buses were lined up. We found our correct bus, and at that moment, I had to decide, do I really want this? Do I even know what I'm going to expect on the other side of the line? And I thought a little bit about it, and I realized that no, until I cross the line, I have no idea what exactly it's going to be like. So I slowly moved towards the bus that was mine. I walked up to the seats that was available. I took a seat down. There were people on the bus, but they were not talking to me. And within the next minute or two, the bus was full, the door closed, and the yelling began. And these were the upperclassmen at the academy, and they informed us very quickly that we were no longer civilians. We were no longer on the outside, and things were about to change. In fact, things had already changed. We had crossed a line, and the experiences that we were about to be hit with, which was a lot of yelling in our faces. It would also include having our hair taken away from us within a short period of time of a couple hours after that, having all of our possessions taken from us, and suddenly all of our previous identity being stripped away as they were preparing us to become the future leaders of the Air Force. Now, this experience, I thought I had prepared for it, right? I had memorized the things that were necessary, and I had even exercised a lot and was physically fit at one level, but I was completely unprepared for just what changes would be necessary as I moved across. And the only way to really know what exactly something will be like when crossing the line is just to do it, to make the crossing. And Amazon is exactly the same way. When we're self-publishing and we want to get our books out there, we have to take that first step. And in this case, it is logging in and creating an account on Amazon so that we can publish our first book. What will it be like? There's really nothing that can prepare you for that idea. What will it feel like? Well, the best way to find out is to actually go about doing it. Taking that step, signing up for the account, and figuring out the things as we go. So where to find Amazon Kindle self-publishing login? Well, the answer is you're going to go to kdp.amazon.com. And that will, as I point out in the second answer, it will take you to the country that's closest to you where they believe you will be publishing your books. So but there's something that some people wonder, which is, well, if I log into the US account or the Great Britain account on Amazon, but what if I want my books to be in South America and Germany and in Asia and China? How exactly do I go about doing that? And that brings us to our secret answer of the day. And this is a very commonly one that's asked to me often, which is, your book will be available in all of the different countries for distribution. When you first put that book in there, it will ask you where you want it to be and what prices in the different countries. Now, I suggest you make sure you're making at least $2 per book on the Kindle version and allow it just to automatically figure out the other countries. You want to make sure that the price that you're selling it at ends in a 9. That can change some of the sales. There's some psychological tests that have been done so that in those other countries, when you set it up, you let it do the auto pricing and then round it up to the nearest number that gives us a 9, 7 or a 9. Just make sure it's an odd number at the end. It shouldn't be $8 or $3. It should be $2.99, for example, when you're putting your book out there. But it will be available in all of the different countries, even though you're registered or logged in to the Amazon account that's in Germany or in Canada or in the United States. So that's not something you're going to need to worry about. But you're going to need to cross the line. You're going to need to set up that account, and there's nothing that can really prepare you for it until you've actually done it. You will, after crossing the line, make lots of mistakes, as I did when I got into the Air Force Academy during my 4-year stay there. But the fact is that we sometimes really don't know what to expect. And after we cross that line, then we discover what it's going to be like, and we have a new normal that starts to establish itself. So, where to find Amazon Kindle self-publishing login? What have you found? Has it been a challenge for you in setting up an account, logging in, and getting started? Did you find this to be a barrier for crossing the line for yourself? I'd love to hear about it down below in the comments. I respond to all comments that are left. And check up above me here for more video answers to your self-publishing questions. Thanks.